And I'll just read out the statement that we done and cover it. So this was written last year, following by the statement from Uluru. Today, on the anniversary of the Wayfield walk-off, we reenact the walk-off that was the beginning of our struggle for land rights and fair working conditions. It was our action that led to Prime Minister Gough Whitlam giving our country back to us in a symbolic gesture that is celebrated today in Australian history. The call of voice, truth and treaty out of Uluru this year was another action that we will be part of. Dr. Yunupingu put down a challenge to our Prime Minister at Gama to see the call for a voice enacted. We join our voices with theirs, with the vision of seeing Gurindji speaking to Parliament and the truth being told about our history. The settlement of our past, sad past, can be resolved by Makarrata. Thank you.
Thanks, Rob. And next I want to introduce Rosie Smiler. Rosie is Vincent Lingari's granddaughter, and very much following in her grandfather's footsteps to come here and call for your support. So welcome, Rosie.
Hello everyone. First of all, I would like to acknowledge Karagal people. Yeah, it's my first time in Sydney. I'm here because of what my grandfather did in 1966 or 7, because they had a struggle back then at railway station, and he was like didn't like it, so he came into through into Sydney. That's why I'm here following his footsteps, what he did. So we need to have a voice. We ask for support, help. So please listen to us. Thank you.
So I think that's it's really important when you consider. I was talking to the guys earlier about many of the issues back home there that still, I mean, you think about CDP, Community Development Program, and how that is punishing people where there is no work in the first place, and if they are unable to turn up to their, to meet the requirements, these very strict requirements, that they can be immediately cut off any income at all. I think it's for 8 weeks. The issues with housing still remain. When Vincent Lingari and the Gurindji people walked off, we still have these issues that are unresolved. And while many things have been tried and a lot of money is spent, it is not really by listening to the people that are feeling these things and feeling the impact. And so that's why this voice is so important. So Malcolm Turnbull, he dismissed the call for a constitutionally enshrined voice in October, and we shouldn't take no for an answer. And that's why we gathered in King's Cross at 9 AM this morning, and we had a great crowd there this morning. And that's why we're gathering here today. I have not stopped travelling with the Uluru statement since Gama in August last year, because I saw how magical this document was, not just the artwork, but also the amazing words and the weight of those names that are around it. We're here in Sydney meeting today, and a great man that has passed on not too long ago, Sol Belair. I met him at Uluru, and I spent some time with him in Sydney not long after Uluru, putting together some of the first meetings to try and advocate for this. And I'll tell you what, I can feel 12 months on, that momentum is starting to pick up speed. It's been building a base of support up until now, but it's time to get out in the communities It's time to do what we did in other campaigns, like the same-sex marriage campaign. We need to get out there and talk to people. It's not so simple. We need conversations. We need to start this from the grassroots. And so the idea of today's action was not just about the anniversary. It's about beginning conversations in communities and letting people know that Malcolm Turnbull should not have dismissed this and that his excuses are easily gotten over. There's a joint select committee that's been established. Our pressure, the 10 months of, the 12 months of campaigning did make an impact. Malcolm Turnbull did not want the Uluru Statement as part of the terms of reference for this joint select committee, but it is on it now. And I think, because what we've shown, even though he still doesn't acknowledge it, is that the Australian people will support this. There has been 2 polls this year that indicate around 60% of Australians would already support it. And that's without political leadership. That's without anybody with any backbone as a Prime Minister. That's without a resource campaign. We have been resource poor. The MUA has paid for my, to help me out back in my branch, my travel and accommodation. It's a loose coalition of supporters, but we're very, very close, that loose coalition of supporters, to bringing some structure to our campaign and bringing in some serious resources. So we're not taking no for an answer, and we've got these canvases here that you can see. There's around 11 of them. This isn't all of them. There's more in that bag there. There's thousands of signatures. These signatures are only the people that have seen the statement in person or have touched it, and you've got an opportunity today to sign one of those canvases. The idea is that this statement, these canvases will be a part of it. These voices will join this. There might be other artwork interspersed with it, and it'll take up a whole floor of wherever we decide to put it one day. This is your opportunity to do that. We're not going to stop travelling with this. People ask me, where's it going to go? I don't know. Because we're going to keep travelling with it. We're going to keep working for it until we achieve everything that it asks for. It cannot gather dust like other statements and petitions without achieving what it calls for.